Hello, everybody. My name is Lewis, and today I'm going to be reviewing Chapter 1 to 5 of The Kite Runner. Now, before we start, I would like to point out this review. This extraordinary novel locates the personal struggles of everyday people in the terrible sweep of history. I find this kind of amusing because it's just by the people, and I like to think that the people is just some random person they found in the streets, and I just find it kind of amusing. But that's just side tangent. Let's get actually into the book. So, on chapter 1, it starts off by saying, I became what I am today at the age of 12. On a frigid, overcast day in the winter of 1975, I remember the precise moment, crouching behind the crumbling mud wall, peeking into the alley near the frozen creek. I find that kind of engaging, I guess, because it starts off with something that happens in the future. The book doesn't immediately start off in the winter of 1975. It doesn't tell you what he means by saying that, and that kind of makes you interested. It kind of makes you want to read it more, I guess. I don't know if it's gonna be the entire book. It's gonna be leading up to that, um, but chapters 1 to 5 it hasn't told us what it actually means. Let's get to chapter 2 because it's only 2 pages, not that much. Chapter 2 is mostly about backstory, I guess. Hassan, it's mostly about Hassan, I feel, because it tells you Hassan's circumstances, how his race is kind of persecuted, and he's basically the servant to our main character. I don't actually know the main character, so I'm just gonna call him the main character. It tells you how Hassan is treated by people, how his mother left him, um, and yeah, just stuff like that. Chapter 3, I'll just go to chapter 3, is about the main character's father, who he calls Baba. I don't know if it's Baba or Baba. I'm gonna say Baba actually. So his father is a wealthy man. Uh, that's how he has servants. The um yeah he's told to be like big, strong, muscly. I feel. I imagine him kind of stumpy actually. Like a stumpy, big burly man. That's just how I imagine him. Even the name Baba, it just sounds kind of manly. Even if when you say it, it just kind of sounds something about it just kind of manly. It just kind of sticks out, I guess. So this is it. So Baba is like a very how do you say it? He's he's a very enduring man. As he owns a lot of businesses. He's one of I'd said that he's one of the richest merchants in Kabul, which is where they live, I guess. And the book, this chapter, I guess, it tells you his ideals, about how he finds stealing to be the only sin because you can't just reword every other sin to be about stealing. Like you see here, when you kill a man, you steal a life. Baba said, you steal his wife's right to a husband, rob his children of a father. When you tell a lie, you steal someone's right to the truth. When you cheat, you steal the right to fairness. Do you see? So I find that very interesting, and it tells you a lot about Baba. How he's not just that big burly man. He has thoughts. He's smart. He thinks. Like he isn't just that big burly strong guy that everybody fears. He has his own ideals. I find it pretty interesting and good like character. To say that. That's all I have to say for the chapter. Next chapter, chapter 4, it's about the main character and Hassan. So in this chapter, it tells you that they're basically best friends since children, even though Hassan is someone who is treated lower to our main character because of his race. Um, as said in chapter 2, a lot of people make fun of him because of him being a Hazara. But yeah, in this chapter, chapter 4, it recounts basically their friendship. That Hassan is actually illiterate because he can't study. Um, he can't study because of his race. So our main character has to tell him stories, um, and they basically kind of make fun of each other, or at least our main character likes to make fun of Hassan. At one point, he calls him an imbecile, and Hassan doesn't understand what imbecile is because he's not that smart, I guess. But yeah, I feel like that's a very interesting dynamic. It's it is kind of the dynamic I have with my friends, so I'd say that's like a pretty kind of realistic friendship, I guess, because I guess the way the way we make friends, it's like we like to make fun of each other, but we don't actually mean it. Just like in this book, when our main character he makes a story about wait, let me check. He makes a story, and Hassan genuinely likes the story. He praises him for the story, and that's nice in my opinion. That's like how friends, I guess, compliment each other. They actually compliment each other, even though they like to make fun of each other and things. But Hassan, after that, he did point out flaws in the story, and I kind of like that because Hassan. That kind of shows how Hassan isn't just a yes man. He genuinely likes conversing with our main character, and that kind of shows how friendly they are with each other, even though they're master and servant. So chapter 5 starts off with gunfire. Starts off with like a bomb, I guess, and a literal bomb in this case, uh, because there's a big turning point in the story, in my opinion, where there's coup, um, and their leader change. After that, it tells us about this new kid. His name's Asef. Asef has very, I guess, racist ideals. Um, he's not a good person to say the least. And basically the story, it points out how his ideals are wrong. Um, and I don't really have much to say about this chapter except the last part. I really do like the last part. This little passage I'm gonna read here. The swelling subsided and the wound healed with time. Soon it was just a pink jagged line running up from his lip. By the following winter, it was only a faint scar, which is ironic, because that was the winter that Hassan stopped smiling. I haven't read chapter 6, but this really engages me, because Hassan got plastic surgery for his lips or something, and that last sentence, the last sentence, because that was the winter that Hassan stopped smiling. I feel like really, that really makes me want to read more. But I have a test tomorrow, so I'm not gonna read more. um, so yeah, I really like what I've read. I feel like I'm gonna enjoy the book. The book is really easy to read. Um, it's not that hard to understand. There's not many big words. So yeah, probably gonna post another video next 2 weeks. Um, yeah. So goodbye.